Hi, very warm welcome to you all in this session. In this session, we are going to discuss the sample important questions, or you can say a kind of the sample paper that you will find for science and technology for class 10th. So without wasting any time, let us proceed with the sample paper. I hope guys my screen is visible to all. So as in this session we are going to emphasize on the subjective question paper that we will find for science and technology. For science subjective portion, what are the questions we are, or what type of the questions we will find from this. So here the subjective questions will be in the section B, and the first question that you will find in your paper, it would be numbered as 29. So first question that we have: name the substances in which the following acids are present. First option is ethanoic acid and another is tartaric acid. So ethanoic acid, you can say it is generally found in the vinegars, and whereas the tartaric acid, you can say we can have this in grape. You can write any other example also, but this is what you can write over here. So or here we have, as in this 29th question, we are having the two choices. First question I have done, so among the two we have to attempt only one. So in this question, if you are attempting the first part, then you will say this, and if you are going to write the answer for the second one, write the two examples of each, which is cation and the anion. So if I give you a general idea what is cation and anion, cation means some element or some atom which is donating the electrons. That means those who are becoming the positively charged. So you can remember all the 1s group elements. It could be lithium, sodium, potassium. These all are the examples of cation. Is also not only about one electron. You can also write down magnesium, calcium. These are also known as the cations. And if we will go for a anion, those who are gaining these electrons, so you can say chlorine, fluorine. So all these are going to be the examples for this cation and the anion. So you have to only just state and the form. Now proceeding to the question number 30, we have question number 30 as: describe the variation of the metallic character in a group and in a period. So first let us understand what is the meaning of metallic character, as this question is asked in the paper for 2 marks. So 1 marks for the group and 1 marks for the period we need to write, but just a understanding we should write what is the meaning of metallic character. Anything which is having tendency to lose the electron, having the malleability, ductability, having a lustrous sign, so these all are known as the metallic character. So if you recall the periodic table, so as we go in a deep down into the top to bottom, that means from up to down if we are moving, then metallic character increases, and whereas in a period, that is from left to right, if we will proceed, then we observe that the metallic character decreases. So in simple words, you can say in the group, metallic period going from top to bottom increases, whereas in period moving from left to right, the metallic character decreases. Okay, now proceeding to the question number 31. So we have a question number 31. Write the characteristics formed by the convex lens. So convex lens is a lens. I hope you are able to recall the image of this. If I just draw here the image like this only, we have the convex mirror like this only. Okay, like this only. So here if you recall, the property is going to be like the way the images are formed, they are generally virtual and erected in the nature. Okay, and ray diagram I will paste you the answer in the resource section. Now proceeding with the next question that we have over here, this we call it as what is meant by the term heredity and the variation. So this question is from the biology portion. So heredity is being, we can say that the transfer of the characteristics from one generation to the another generation. Like some characters we do have, we do notice that we have same as of our parents, like our eyeball colors, our skin texture, our hair colors, these are all our inherent characteristics that we gain from our parents' gene. So this is, in simple words, you can say the process or the method by which the genetical or the genic form traits transfer from one generation to the next generation. So it is known as the heredity. Okay, and Mendel was the one who mentioned about this first. Next, we have in this question number 32 as a B part, variation. So variation is means having so many things that we have same as our parents, but still we do have few characteristics that are not similar to either of our parents, either from father or mother or something. So such characteristics are known as variations. Now proceeding to the question number 33, name two metals which show malleability and the ductility. So malleability is a property that we can say easily we can convert into the wires. So gold is the most malleable, and whereas copper or silver, ठीक है, gold and the silver can be the answer. Now proceeding to the next condition, we have the next question as under what conditions there are more chances for an iron to be rusted. So first we need to recall what is the meaning of rusting of iron. So just we say that whenever just the basic definition of rusting means whenever any metal is having the topmost layer moving, then this process is known as corrosion. And when we say specifically this metal is iron, that the same corrosion is termed it as rusting. So the two important characteristics that we say that oxidation basically reason hota hai iske andar. So you can say by any means by which the either in the form of the moisture or in the form of the rainwater or anything. ठीक है, so these are the two important characteristics which is necessary, or the two important conditions which is responsible for the corrosion of the iron or rusting of the iron. Now proceeding to the question number 34, we have to write down the molecular formula for saturated carbon. So saturated carbons are those carbon which we have single bond. So 3 carbon, so we have prop, 1 eth, meth, and then we have prop. So for 3 carbon atoms we call it as prop, and it is saturated, so we'll say propane. Similarly, proceeding to the 5 carbon atoms, then we say that 5 means we call it as pent, and when we say saturated carbon, then together we will call it as pentane. Okay, so this will be the answer. So here you are only supposed to write down the formula. So you can write down the formula with the help of if you recall the formula, this is CN H2N plus 2. So here 3 carbon atoms we have. So C3 H2 3 plus 2. So you can say this is C3 and this is H8. So this is formula for propane. Similarly, with the help of this pentane, so here you will take carbon atom as 5. So it's going to be C5 H2 5 plus 2. So you can say C5 H12 is going to be the pentane. Now proceeding to the question number 35. Okay, as in this we have to only write down the formula, but in case you have the time, then you can draw the structure also, or you can leave it to this only. Okay, now proceeding to the question number 35, we have the question as what are the stationary objects according to the Bohr's model of atom, and on what grounds Bohr model was rejected. So Bohr rejection was only that it was only able to explain about the hydrogen atom, but no other atom it was able to explain with this. And stationary orbits are those in which the electrons are revolving around the positive nucleus in the fixed energy level. So this we call it as stationary objects, and meanwhile it was rejected because only it was able to define the hydrogen atom, no other was able to explain. Now proceeding to the or part, but as in the paper you have to attempt only one of your choice, but right now we are practicing, so I'll be discussing all the questions. So if we proceed with those who want to attempt this or part, so we have a question. A chemical compound becomes hard on mixing proper quantity of water. Name the chemical compound. Name the chemical compound and chemical formula, and write down the chemical equation for this only, and write its formula and what happens if this is added to this. So if we go generally with this, so the answer for the question is this. The formula is POP, plaster of Paris, and when it is mixed with the water, we call it as gypsum. Gypsum के अंदर जब पानी ऐड हो जाता है, then we call it as POP. ठीक है, you can say CaSO4 dot half H2O for gypsum, and when we say, we call it as the POP, then we say that calcium sulfate with 2H2. ठीक है, this is the formula that we have. And the role of, or the two uses of this chemical formulas is during when any of our bone is fractured, then the plasters that we have, for that purpose we use this POP, and also while constructing any ceiling or any monument. So all in this purpose we do uses the POP. Now proceeding to the question number 36. We will say that given below are the values of the atomic radii of the three elements ABC of a periodic table. Each is having n number of electrons in the outermost shell of its atom. So we have the A element is having 1.31 as the radius, and we have the B as 1.52, and we have C as 1.94. So we have to answer the following question. Will the valencies of these electrons will be same or in the different way? So they will be in the same, because I think they are having the similarly, so they are having the same number of electrons in the outermost shell. So outermost shell में जब same electrons है, then they are mostly in the inner group. So answer is going to be their valency will be the same. Then which of the following will have the highest atomic number? So we will say that atomic number highest होने का reason होगा last one, because they all are in the same what we say, they are all are going to be in a same number of electrons. So that this could be possible because they are going to be lie in a same group. Okay, so the radius which is the most, that will be the one. Okay, now proceeding to the next question. Now we have this. Take the mass of the earth is itna 6 into 10 raised to power 24, and its radius is itna, and calculate the value of G. So we will use the here formula and we will calculate this answer. So here I don't have space, so I'll write it in a separate slide. Proceeding to the next, this one is also numerical, so this also I'll discuss. Now proceeding to the question number 38. Describe the different modes of the asexual reproduction in the lower organisms, any two. So asexual reproductions, you can say anything, you can say it's you can say it is fragmentation, or you can say it is hydra wala, which is budding, है ना. So anything you can write for this only. You can say budding, you can write binary fission, or you can write fragmentations. Generally fragmentation we do observe more in the plants, but you can use it for the lower animals. You can say unicellular के अंदर जो ज़्यादा देखने को मिलते हैं. So you can say binary fission and the budding. And next choice part we have, name the plants. Name 3 plants which may arise from the stem. So stem say it's questions associated from the vegetative propagation. So we can say it could be rose, it could be potato, it could be sugarcane. Okay, or any other example that you recall, that also you can write. Now next question we have, describe the different type of the reflexes. So what is the meaning of reflexes? Any sudden action that a body or a muscle needs to take in the case of the emergency, then such actions are known as reflex actions. Sudden or emergent actions required in any of the muscle parts, so these actions are known as reflexes. So there are basically 2 types of reflexes. One we say simple and another we say acquired, or you can say conditional reflexes. So simple, or you can say the natural reflexes are those that we inherit. Okay, we know that this happens, है ना? Like if we are touching any hot thing, then suddenly our hand takes it off. So this is an example of normal reflex. But the reflexes that we learn from the outer side world, or the learnings that we gain, then such reflexes are known as the acquired reflexes. Okay. Now proceeding to the question number 40, differentiate between the detritus and the gazing food chain. So first we need to recall what is the meaning of food chain. The process how the energy is being transferred from one living being to the last one, or you can say from producer to the end decomposer. So this chain is known as the food chain. So we have a two type of the gazing chain, food chain. One we call it as gazing and another we call it as detritus. The difference between the two is this: gazing starts from the producers, and whereas the detritus one starts from the decomposers. So as here we are asked this question in the 2 marks, so two differences we will state and one we will write down the example for this. So first, differentiate, that I have explained you. With the help in a difference table you should write this answer like this only. You will one side you will write down the gazing food chain, and another side you will write detritus food chain. So here you will write first it starts from the producers, this is gazing food chain, and this is detritus food chain, and this side you will say it starts from the decomposers. And for the next one you can say it ends to the situation, or its primary source for the gazing one is sunlight, and its a main source of the nutrition is the dead and decayed plants, because it's starting from the decomposer. So सबसे पहला कहाँ से nutrition मिलेगा? From the dead and decayed plant. So this is what. And another you can write down the example like green grass, and you can say cows, then you can write lions, and in the way you can increase your chain. And here when we want to write it down, then you will say dead leaves, then grasshopper, and so on. ठीक है? So microorganism के साथ में you can write. Now question number 41, we have to write down the note on the waste management. So when we are writing the answer for waste management and we have a question for 3 marks, so we should incorporate in our answer the values of 3R. So what are the 3Rs? Reduce, reuse, and the recycle. ठीक है? So also we have one new R that we call it as repair. So the having the understanding of all the 3Rs that you can write in this. And waste management, you can say it should be a proper segregation, proper separation, that this is a VAT, this is, or you can say this is biodegradable, this is non-biodegradable. Then again from that only in biodegradable we can have the 2 sections, which is wet and dry, and also we have the chemical compounds, and accordingly. Okay, so we can frame the answer around the way. Okay, so when you will be writing the answer for this, so you should incorporate the 3 important points I have just mentioned, that you should mention about the 4Rs which are in the nature or in the environment science. You can say reduce, repair, recycle, and repair, है ना? So all the 4Rs you should somewhere use in your answer. And also you should say the segregation, and also you should write about the biodegradable and the non-biodegradable resources. Biodegradable waste are those which can be decomposed in the nature, and whereas the non-biodegradable sources are wastes are those which are not going to be decomposed in the nature easily. So they do the non-biodegradable waste is a very dangerous, so we should avoid the such things to in our day-to-day life, that कि इसको हम ज़्यादा नहीं use करें, so that it doesn't create an issue for us. So that's why people are more promoting the jute bags and everything. So we should go for a organic material that we can decompose easily. ठीक है? Now proceeding to the question number 42, we have a question: a person looking at a net of the crossed wires is able to see a vertical directions more distinctly and the horizontal wires. What is the defect due to, and how is such defect of the vision is corrected. So the defect is this: person is not able to see or align in a proper angle. Then this eye defect is known as astigmatism, and this can be reduced with the help of the wearing the cylindrical lenses. Okay, so this is the answer number for the 42. And in the B part we are given what is dispersion and what is the cause of the dispersion. So you can say simply the splitting of the light into its 7 basic spectrum colors, that we call it as VIBGYOR. So this is the meaning of dispersion of light. You can say splitting of the light into 7 basic constituents of the light. Then this is known as this dispersion. This is caused because the speed of the light of vary in medium. So every light has a specific speed. So because of that only, when light is passed through a prism, it's been deviated, and we are able to see all those different 7 colors of light. Now proceeding to the next, this was I think in the choice part, if I am not wrong. Let me check it once if it is. Yes, it's the choice part for this question. So we have the question as Fleming's right hand rule. So Fleming right hand rule is generally for the case to helps us to identify the direction of the current in the magnetic field. So where according to the Fleming, if somebody stretches its left hand, then index finger is representing the magnetic field, middle finger is going to represent the direction of the current, and thumb will be representing the motion, or you can say the force. Perpendicular direction में force को explain करता है. So this is it. Now if we proceed with the next part of this question, which is explain the magnetic effect of the current and also the basic function of the electric bell. So when we say what is the meaning of the electric effect of the current, so when we say that whenever anything when we are having any current carrying conductor, then it starts behaving like a magnet. Okay, then this is known as the magnetic effect of the current. And now you can draw the structure. We can use a solenoid. We will have an hollow iron rod. On that we will wrap the copper wire, and which is going to be attached to a electric supply, and as soon as the supply ons, then that the coil or that particular thing which is wrapped है ना armature के ऊपर, जिसके ऊपर हम we have wrapped that wire, it starts behaving like a magnet. And we have a diagram for this. So whenever there is anything somebody is pressing, that only then magnetic field is produced, and that's keeps the gong keep on pressing, and we are able to hear that sound. But as soon as the switch which we are pressing, that we stops, and the current supply breaks. So now the magnetic coil or the armature will not be behaving like a magnet, so we will not able to hear that sound. Now proceeding to the question number 43, we have this question as merits of the periodic classification. So as a periodic classification, one of the major is this, that it was able to arrange all the elements according to their property wise, where we were able to notice the similar property was repeated, or they were in a same group. Or also the modern periodic table have the different sections for the metals and the non-metals, and it's been easy for all the other we are able to identify the specific atomic, or you can say chemical behavior, like they were having the similar at number of electrons in the outermost shell. They are being arranged into the one. At the same time, we were also, as all other the periodic classification was based on the atomic masses. So but there we were not given with the chances or the spaces for the isotope, but the base of the modern periodic table is on the basis of the increasing of the atomic number. So that means there was no requirement to give the place to the isotope. So these are the few advantages that you can write. So in plaster of Paris wala question I have just explained you, so that same you can write it over here. So that's all for this session. Bye bye, see you next.